It's a fictional
Okay.
character that the mouse has made. So he has terrible eyes and terrible claws and terrible teeth in his terrible jaws.
How to inculcate reading habits in kids and when to start is very, very important.
I would say 5 months, 6 months is a
Okay.
very good time when you can start reading.
My daughter is 6 years. How should I choose books for her?
What is she reading currently? Because I'll have to have a little bit of her background of what she has read. And as you
Hmm.
said, she likes Frozen.
I think book reading socially, emotionally, cognitively, they help them grow in a collective manner.
Today's world, we might have very confident speakers, but we need to have people who are well read, who can make their own decisions when they are taking information from 10 places. They know what is correct and what is incorrect in today's information overload.
We often find it very, very difficult to make our kids sit and read books, and we don't even ourselves read books to the kids. Today we have Ruchika with us. She is a facilitator and a storyteller, and she will tell us all the tactics in which we can make our kids love with books. So let's hear from her. And if you like the video, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more such content. Hi, Ruchika. You are a storyteller for kids, and your brand stands Chronic Room. What's the story behind that?
Hi, Dr. Garima. Thank you so much for having me here. And Chronicles Room is, I would say, a very safe place for children to express themselves confidently, and children who are well read, and children who learn to be kind when they grow up. So, yes,
Mhm.
Chronicles Room stands for a storytelling place, but more I see children growing up to be very sensible adults.
Nice. And what inspired you to be a children facilitator? Because that was not your profession.
So I was a facilitator. So I was into sales and training. I
Oh.
was a training manager with AstraZeneca, and I was an All India Sales Training Manager with Dr. Lal Path Labs.
Oh.
And that was the time I took a sabbatical to be with my kids. And COVID happened, and everyone was struggling with learning. And reading was something I have been doing to my kids since they were very,
Hmm.
very young. So it just started that way.
Why storytelling and art as a core medium?
Uh, it's I think children getting exposed to the right books is very important. In today's world, we have lots of books available. We have
Yeah,
bookstores,
right.
we have Amazon. But yes, the parents do not know what is the right book to pick, and then we
Hmm.
complain that our child doesn't read.
Hmm.
So I felt storytelling is that one way which makes your child fall in love with books. And the beautiful illustrations, and of course, art is something where they can express freely. Again, storytelling is not about you learning something at the end of the day, it's like you enjoying something at the end of the day.
But do in your sessions, do kids really take so much interest in storytelling these days when the world is all digital?
No, of course they do, because they get personalized time with us. And I have seen, like, sometimes, like, you are asking this question. My own mother in law, every time I'm doing storytelling at a birthday party, she would ask me, why would somebody want a
Or
storyteller
storytelling?
at a birthday party? She was like, I just don't understand. And you won't believe, I've had a birthday party where the children started shouting once more, once more.
Oh wow!
So, and that is the happy point, when the parents, once they've booked, they also have that little skepticism.
Yeah,
But
right.
then after it, they were also shocked. And that is on a birthday setting. But in our class, we would have a lot of activities, free play. And the moment I would say it's story time, my kids would just come and sit. So it's
Mm.
something that they have. I'm sure, as a mother, if you also start doing the same, your children will also sit.
Okay. And so, how you curate books and stories for your session, which is very important. Is it age appropriate, or what do you see and you think that this story I should do today?
So definitely it's the demographics of the current enrolled students matter a lot, what they have been exposed to, what I want them to be exposed to, what I feel they, where is the lacuna, and
Hmm.
and how fun can I create content, you know, how much fun can I create the content around it. Like right now I'm doing a series which is on geography and GK, but we've called it a monument series where we are taking the world heritage sites and the children are learning about monuments, the countries, the continents. So we taught them about the entire world map. We are teaching them flags of the world. They are learning
Wow.
about facts and they are creating an entire scrapbook. So through that simple course, we are inculcating multiple skill sets in them. They have to cut, they have to create 3D models, they have
Hmm.
to make a scrapbook, and that scrapbook is with them for life. So similarly, you know, with storytelling, children learn to sit. Their span of attention increases with that. And we keep even the workshops that we curate, we try to find the best ways where the children can do maximum activities.
So, according to you, what is more important, parents picking books for the kids or kids picking themselves?
Well, initially parents picking books for the kids, because when the children are little, they won't be able to make that decision. But if the parents have picked the right books and that interest is generated, then I think if you've started early, if you've raised an early reader, by the age your child is 5 or 6, they
Hmm.
would be telling you what titles do they want.
Okay. What titles they want, as in that I want to read this
Yes,
storybook?
yes. Because you know, a lot of storybooks also have similar titles at the back given.
Ah.
Right, so you know, let's say if you pick a Julia Donaldson book, so at the back cover they will have multiple titles also featuring. So if
Hmm.
the child has liked that book, he would definitely or she would definitely tell you, now I want this book.
But then this is with kids who are 4 above and 5 above, when they know how to read a little, right? What about the younger kids, like two?
Definitely the parents need to choose the books, because they, how would the children be able to
Right,
decide?
and then we should just start reading the book just like that, or is it any other proper method we should follow for 2-year-old to read a book, to make an environment so that they can sit and read a book?
No, I think for the little ones, the best thing is you sit, make your child sit on your lap, and you read the book. Make sure the book is big enough. It has big illustrations. It
Yeah.
has rhyming words. It is not too lengthy. And now, of course, it's up to you. You know, if you can add some funny noises, if the book supports it, and how you
Hmm.
can make it more fun. Like I'll give you an example that we do a Shiva story with kids. सो इट्स अ
Hmm.
वेरी फेमस स्टोरी जिसमें शिव जी अपने बाल रूप में जाते हैं, एंड उसमें माँ शक्ति को बहुत गुस्सा आ जाता है, तो शिव जी हैज़ टू काम हर डाउन. सो वी टेल ऑल द किड्स कि जैसे मम्मी को गुस्सा आता है, सो यू नो ऑल द चिल्ड्रन सडनली रिमेंबर, हाँ मम्मी को तो बहुत गुस्सा आता है. फिर जब मम्मी को गुस्सा आता है तो पापा भी थोड़ा तो डर जाते हैं. फिर पापा ट्राइज वेज एंड मीन्स टू काम, सो देन यू नो समबडी से, हाँ मेरी मम्मी को तो बहुत गुस्सा आता है, मेरी मम्मी तो मुझे मार भी देती है. So that is, you know, where they get transported. And you have to,
Hmm.
it's not, I wouldn't say flat reading is also good in terms, not every book can be relatable,
Yeah.
right? Like if you're reading Gruffalo, so Gruffalo in itself, the whole creature is very fictional. Your child has not seen a Gruffalo in any of the animal books, in any of the YouTube videos.
So,
So
what is Gruffalo first? You have to tell us also.
okay, so it's one of the most famous characters from Julia Donaldson. So
Okay.
there's a very famous book called The Gruffalo, and it has a sequel also, The Gruffalo Child. And you would see that if you pick up any, so Julia Donaldson is a British author. If you pick any of Julia Donaldson books, by default, I think every book has a sticker of Gruffalo on it, because that's the most famous book from
Oh.
Julia Donaldson.
Okay. And so, what? How that creature look like?
So the creature has, so the book is all about description of Gruffalo only. So it's a
Ah,
fictional
okay.
character that the mouse has made. So he has terrible eyes and terrible claws and terrible teeth in his terrible jaws. He has knobbly knees, orange eyes, black tongue, He has purple prickles all over his back. So he's basically like a big monster.
Oh.
But the children don't get scared because in that the little mouse fools the Gruffalo. And the end part is that you can outwit a dumb
Mm,
but a bigger monster.
yeah. Okay. So first of all, though, how to inculcate reading habits in kids and when to start is very, very important. When to
See,
start?
I would say 5 months, 6 months is a
Okay.
very good time when you can start reading. Yes, some parents would complain that a child doesn't listen. So that's where you can have the right kind of books. And I would again say when your child is very little, you
Hmm.
make them sit in your lap, you expose them to the same book every day. Don't keep on changing the stories. Let your child, like when your child is little, they have that one favorite toy,
Hmm.
right? And they, even if you have like 10 cuddlies in the house, they would want that one toy. So similarly, let them have that one favorite book which
Okay.
the child is exposed to repeatedly. So I would say Eric Carle books are very good because Eric Carle is an American children's author and illustrator, and his illustrations are something that really catches the eyes of the little infants and toddlers. So the
Okay.
way it has been designed. So we have Brown Bear, Brown Bear.
Ah,
Okay, so that is a book by Eric Carle.
okay.
And then we have Rooster Off to See the World, another book by Eric Carle. So my suggestion would be stick to one book, and there is absolutely no hack. There is no shortcut. There is only the longest route to take, because if you want to inculcate reading in your child, you, dear mom or dad, would have to sit with the child, undivided attention, and you have to read out to that child. Like I remember when my son, he was a reader, but when he
Hmm.
was shifting from picture books to novels, now he's a reader, so I'm a very eager mom. मैं चाहूँगी अब वो जल्दी से novel पढ़े, chapter books
Right.
पढ़ना शुरू करे. But the child doesn't want to do that, and he's a reader. So then I realized that अभी तक तो वो छोटी बुक्स पढ़ रहा था. He was over in 10
Yeah.
minutes. Now if I expect कि वो पढ़े and bookmark लगाए, so then I started co-reading. I sat with him. I said, "You read one page, I read one page. You read one page, I read one page." And then
Hmm.
it became smooth, and he was reading on his own. Similarly, I remember when I introduced Harry Potter. Now, again, my son is a reader, so I'm a very enthusiastic mom. I should give him Harry Potter. And my son is very candid in giving feedback. He said, "Mummy, honestly, Harry Potter has so much repetition. I don't know why J.K. Rowling keeps on describing the scenes, and she uses so many synonyms that something that can be written in short, she's made it so lengthy."
Hmm.
The movies are absolutely fine. But
Yeah.
then we got him the illustrated version, and again we co read Harry Potter with him. And it's a tedious task. It is a tedious task. Okay, but yes, you get tired, you are not used to. But yeah, that is the way.
If my child is now 5 years, 6 years, and still I haven't introduced too much of reading, how can we do that?
So for a child who's 5 or 6, I would say don't think that you're too late. But
Hmm.
yes, again, introducing the right books to her, which really appeal to her imagination, and more importantly, because she is right now in a stage where she's able to read a little
Yeah,
and read like little but not completely.
completely. Yes.
So here we have to give her books which have rhyming words, which have
Okay.
rhyming endings, because there the child will be able to register more. And I
Okay.
tell a lot of parents, it's okay अगर आपके बच्चे ने book रट ली है. Okay,
Hmm.
sometimes parents को लगता है कि ये तो book रट ली,
Book
पढ़ नहीं
correctly.
रहे. I
हाँ.
say that's completely okay. Even if they've read it, now what you can do, you show them the book readings on YouTube. See, for the same book that you have been reading
Okay.
to your child, of course, you also get tired. Now,
Yeah,
for the
right.
same book, there are book readings available on YouTube. When your child is seeing the book reading on YouTube, there are subscripts coming, and the
Hmm.
child is also able to see the pictures and the words there. So, it
Right.
does help you further, develop that reading capability and let the child learn, because then only the child will be able to comprehend the story. Reading is one part, comprehending is equally important, which we
Hmm.
see as a strength in our students, that the children are able to comprehend the stories well.
And matlab, something, yes. And what about working parents who don't have time? I think they lack getting connected
Oh,
with the kids
I
and
see, I
giving them too
understand.
much reading time.
It is definitely, I think, ultimately the time that you have to give to the child is around 15-20 minutes. Whether you're working or you're a housewife, there are a lot of homemakers, or there are a lot of
Yeah.
moms who are at home who are also not giving that much time. But yes, that is a conscious call I think we have to make. Even if you're very tired and you want to take a nap, so maybe 15 minutes
Yeah.
you can pick up that book, and if you create the environment, the child will walk into it.
So, what was the first book you read to your child?
To my firstborn, the first book was Rooster Off to See the World by Eric Carle.
Okay,
I,
and what was that book all about?
so it was about a rooster who was lonely and he decided to travel through the world. So when he walked along, he met two frogs. So it had kind of an addition and subtraction going on. So it had a picture of it had a big rooster here also, and then it had two big frogs featuring. But at the top, one like a button of rooster. Not it was not a sound book, like a square tile, and then it had two frogs. Then next page he met three cats, so now three cats are added to that.
Okay.
Then next page he met four turtles, then he met five fish. But what I really saw that every time I read and reread that book to him a lot of times, the pictures were very fascinating and the images were very large, and he could understand that sequence of animals increasing one by one. And
Which
then
is
in the
very
end, all the
important.
animals decide to leave him. So again, they leave
Yeah.
him one by one. So it goes from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But all these books are very difficult to find. So, what to do in that case?
Think you need to find the right people who can guide
Yeah,
you.
you have. But then you also have all those books in your library. What about if somebody wants to purchase and they are very expensive?
So yeah, so I do have books for sale also, and I keep on curating books for that. So some books, yes, they're very expensive and they're difficult to stock also because you might not find the buyers. But
Yeah.
at any given time, I do have around 2,000 to 3,000 books for sale.
Oh,
And
wow.
as far as recommendations are concerned, I can always recommend you. Amazon is there.
Hmm. So now next question will be if I have if like for example my daughter is 6 years, how should I choose books for her? Which is very, if I want to curate a small library for her in which I want to keep all her reading books and all, and like she is very fascinated with Frozen and all, so should we go towards that or should we have a lot of pictorial books and conceptual books?
So for your daughter who's 6 years old, I would first ask, what is she reading currently? Because I'll have to have a little bit of her background of what she has read. And as you
Hmm.
said, she likes Frozen. So
Yeah.
in Frozen, most of the books published are generally thicker with the entire stories, but there are very few books available with less text. Like I have this very interesting book called Olaf and the Three Bears. So it's pretty much on the concept of Goldilocks and the Three Bears,
Oh
where
yeah.
Goldilocks has been replaced by Olaf, and
Okay.
Olaf goes to this cottage of the Three Bears, and the entire sequence is very similar. So, which I found to be a very interesting book. And for your daughter who's a Frozen lover who might have a little idea of the Goldilocks story,
Yeah.
I'm sure that book is going to fascinate her. Plus, more than
Hmm.
her, I think it will also fascinate you, because as a parent, when you sit with her, 50% of your enthusiasm is transferred to your child.
Yeah.
My enthusiasm as a storyteller is transferred to the children.
Hmm.
So I would suggest those books. Well, Julia Donaldson books, she would definitely enjoy. They are great books. There are a lot of funny books, like there's a book called The Book with No Pictures.
Okay.
So it's a book, when we start the session, I ask children, what makes books so special? Do you like the pictures in it? So they'll say yes. I said, what if I give you a book that has no pictures, only text? They said, we're not going to like it. So they'll say, okay, let me throw a challenge. I'm going to read a book to you and you're just going to love it. So then they listen because I've thrown a challenge, and the book is so funny, so funny. My 3-year-olds love that book. and my
Oh.
10-year-olds love that book. So, and it's about storytelling. The entire book is about how you tell that story.
Okay, so there is a
And
lot
it's
of
a
it in.
pure gibberish book. It's like there is absolutely no sense about it. It is pure humor.
Oh, very nice. And do you also use art or puppets and props in storytelling? And what's the importance of that? Do parents also should inculcate all these props in that?
I do use props. I sometimes make props on ice cream sticks. Sometimes we make storyboards. I have, I think, very rarely use puppets because it's more also because it requires a lot of effort. So, yes, we have used those tools. Those tools help. For parents, I would say it will become too tedious. See, as a parent, there's a limit to which you can invest into things and then give it time, right? So it becomes difficult, but yeah, sometimes for stories you can make, maybe for one or two story, not more than that. You can make the puppet with the child, and you can, so I'll give you an example. There's a very famous story called the three billy goat graph. Okay, where there are three billy goats who live
Okay.
on a mountain, and the mountain becomes dry, they don't have any grass to eat, so they have to cross a bridge, and on the other side is the green grass, but under the bridge there's a very nasty troll is a monster. So
Okay.
in this, what we do, we create a storyboard with the kids with props. So we take a paper, in the middle we make a river. So
Okay.
the children are mark the river, and then they do crayons on the river, the blue color they do. Then one side we make them paste brown paper, the other side we make them tear and paste the green paper. So basically representing the dry side and the green
Wet
side.
side, yeah.
Okay, and then all the props we have printed, and we've cut them and we've put them on ice cream sticks. Now the children use the ice cream sticks, and then there's a very nice scene when the goat goes like trippity trap, trippity trap. So there's a bridge we created with paper. So the child is holding trippity trap, and then the troll comes out and says, "Who's been trip trapping over my bridge?"
Oh,
And the children do that.
oh
So it
wow.
is something, and then we give it, they make it in the class, they take it home. It's like a pretend play for them.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not like कि हमने बस एक आर्ट एंड क्राफ्ट करा दिया और वो कुछ पेस्टिंग करा दी, स्टैम्पिंग करा दी, ऐसा नहीं है. It's like a storyboard where multiple again skill sets have been used to create it.
Agree. I think this is so, so, so important. And as summer breaks are approaching, and definitely kids we're gonna stick to the television. So how to shift their television to books? Do you
Shifting,
face first? I want to ask. Do you face this problem?
yeah, of course, shifting books to television. Firstly, we cannot have 100% shift because we ourselves would like to watch some television, right? So be it movies, be it cricket, and so we need to regulate that time. Yes,
Right.
the children have to be exposed to the television also. There's good educational content. We would also like them to watch some movies. Like we would also like them to watch Frozen. I would like my child to watch Chak De India. When my children were growing up, my elder one, I made him watch Manikarnika and Shahid Bhagat Singh because I wanted him to understand Indian history.
History.
My husband was very excited to show him Ramayana, the Japanese version, but my son lost interest because वो animation नहीं समझ आया. So yes, we have to regulate what they're watching on television.
Agree. Yes.
Okay, it cannot be too educational also because हम भी पूरे time कोई Oscar winning movies नहीं देखते, right? We also watch TV for some
Fictions, yeah.
entertainment
Agree.
value. But yes, at the same time, exposing them, I would say again, to the right books, understanding their reading prowess. Okay, everyone has a different appetite for reading. Okay, you would have a different appetite for reading, I would have. Maybe you would like to glimpse through a newspaper, I would like to read through the entire newspaper, and so you might just go through headline one article.
I agree.
So, and there is nothing wrong with what you are doing or what I am doing. So similarly, every child is also very different. And is your child more happy spending time on activity books? So let them spend more time on activity books because there also they have to read a question and comprehend it.
Yeah.
And their questions will have a lot of words repeating, like circle the odd one out, find this, match. So again, they are registering those words.
Agree.
And as far as the story is concerned, rather than giving something very complex and challenging, give your child something that is very fun and fascinating. Okay, let them
Mm.
enjoy the book, right? Don't let them feel very overburdened with the book. And
Mm.
sometimes there are books which have multiple stories, sometimes books which have multiple short stories. So see what excites them. But yes, humor definitely makes children happy.
So, should we take kids to book shopping?
Of course you
We
should.
can. And when around five-ish, six-ish.
Yeah, you see, yeah, definitely, because then, and let them choose one or two books. Don't go overboard with it. So sometimes, parents come to me and they're buying like 10 books, 20 books, and I tell them that don't buy so many books. There is no point giving a whole lot to your child. एंड आप सोचो कि हम अलमारी में छुपा देंगे और हम एक एक करके निकालेंगे. इट डजेंट रियली मैटर. You give one or two book, let the child spend time with that book, let them read, do a lot of activities. And
Mm.
nowadays there's so much activities available online. You take a book, write the name, write teaching activities, you will find worksheets, whatever you want. Ask your child to draw the cover of the book. That is one of the
Mm.
very very excellent activity, where the child is, उसको पढ़नी नहीं है, कुछ नहीं करनी है, उसको देख के बस कवर ड्रॉ करना है. एनिमल्स बने, आप एनिमल्स बनाओ, जो भी बना है, लेट हिम ट्राई, लेट हर ट्राई कि कवर को कॉपी करना है. As the child grows, begin some curiosity about the author. Who is the author? Is he alive? Is he not alive? Where did he live? What did he do? So
Yeah. And how to start or how to start curating a small library for your child?
that is like slowly pick up like one or two books. जैसे आप एक गार्डन बनाना चाहते हो, तो आप एक ही दिन में जाके 100 गमले खरीद के नहीं लाते ना. तो आप 100 गमले खरीद लाए तो आप सौ
आई
गमलों
थिंक
का ध्यान
हमारे
नहीं रख सकते.
हमारी जनरेशन के मॉम्स कहेंगे यार एक साथ सब कुछ ले आओ जैसे सारा कुछ आज ही पढ़ा देंगे हम.
बट
Isn't
वो,
it?
हाँ, नहीं. सो आई वुड से लाइक पिक वन बुक every month, or every 2 months pick two books, and slowly build your library so that the child knows what is there. The child
Mm.
owns that library. You don't own the library. Let the child
Yeah.
own the library.
So we should first inculcate that good reading and habit uh, to the child. What kind of changes you have seen in kids who regularly comes to you for reading sessions or storytelling sessions?
The changes that I have noticed from the little ones is, number one, they learn to sit. Number two, a drastic increase in the span of attention.
Okay.
Number three, love for books, because we have a concept that after every class we have a class library. The children gets to borrow a book and they take it home. They read it with the parent and they bring it back. And then when they bring it back, they have to tell us what did they read in it. I ask them one or two small questions like, I know
Yeah.
कि उस book में end में क्या हुआ, या who was that character, what did you like about that book.
Yeah.
So that part is very exciting for them. First, they learn the art of borrowing. They don't own that book, their parents have not bought that book. Okay, so I tell them that it is my book, and I'm being very kind that I'm sharing this book with you. Okay, and you
Oh.
have to read it and you have to bring it back. And if the child says I've not read it, we don't have any penalty for that. It's completely okay if you've not read it. But sometimes I would just joke. So मतलब मेरी बुक बस कमला नगर से मॉडल टाउन घूमने गई थी. It would have rather stayed here, something like this. I would
Yeah.
just tease them and tickle them a little when I say this, instead of being harsh that why didn't you read it, I will not give it to you. No, so
Next
you
time, yeah.
make them like, and then some will say मम्मी ने पढ़ा ही नहीं, मम्मी के पास टाइम ही नहीं होता. So I would say आप browse करो. You are such smart kids. I tell them the smartest kids come to my class, so my children can just turn the pages. That's more than enough for me. So then they get very confident. See, they also need that positive reinforcement that yeah, we are very smart kids and we don't need a mom to browse through a book. So
So I think book reading socially, emotionally, cognitively, they help them grow in a collective manner.
And they're well-read children. See, in today's world, we might have very confident speakers, but we need to have people who are well-read, who can make their own decisions when they are taking information from 10 places. They know what is correct and what is incorrect in today's information overload. So I hope that the children, and most importantly, I think one of the biggest thing that I try to do is I spend time with them. We do puzzles together. I give them different complexity of puzzles. I give them different books. And then these children, when they grow up, I hope somewhere down the line they remember me and they think that, as an adult, we have to be like what Ruchika ma'am has been to us. So she is not like that to her children. She has been like that to a majority of the kids.
That's true. I really want to ask about a very controversial thing, mythological series. What I feel is we should not teach small kids about mythological series because some of the questions, some of the things are such that it is very difficult to explain to child. Like maybe in Mahabharata, why the both are fighting, and द्रौपदी हरण why it happened, and रामायण में वो लेकर क्यों चले गए थे, and like all these questions kids ask, and then it becomes really difficult to make them understand that why it happened. So how you take it?
So first, I don't believe in the word mythology. So I believe their spirituality, and that is the rich cultural heritage of India. So I personally don't believe in the word mythology at all. That's like out of my dictionary. And I see a lot of young parents exposing children to these stories. It is just how, at what age should you administer what? So I do feel that 6 or 7 is the right age to introduce, little bit of spirituality into the children, where they are able to now consciously take it forward. Of course, there is no harm in introducing earlier also, but then at an early stage, they wouldn't be able to think about it. You know what you're
Yeah,
saying?
and you can't answer them what happened,
And
why
then
happened.
you have to have like there is a time when you introduce Ramayana, and if your child is ready, do not introduce Mahabharata to your child if your child is not ready. Let the child pick up Mahabharata. For example, like when my son started reading Ramayana, he must have read 20 to 30 books on Ramayana. Okay, so there are different books by different publishers. Their writing, it's not that the stories change, but the writing is different.
Different,
And he
yeah.
read so many versions of Ramayana, so many different versions of Ramayana, and he kept on reading, and the story interested him. Now he was interested to read from different authors. When finally Ramayana was done, he picked up Mahabharat himself, and he picked a very nice Mahabharat which was written in a rhyming story fashion. It is one of the most beautiful Mahabharata that I have also read.
Okay.
So, and then your child by the time is 9 or 10, not all children, but उसको समझ आया. जैसे मुझे महाभारत बचपन में नहीं समझ आई थी, right? अभी few years back I read the book Palace of Illusion by Chitra Banerjee, which is
Okay.
Mahabharat written from the point of view of Draupadi. Because मुझे
Okay.
हमेशा महाभारत बहुत confusing लगती थी. There were too many characters, too
Yes,
led.
right.
It was very difficult. But when I read that book, then I read my son's book, and then I had a lot of discussion with my son. And so I would say every child is very different. But when I was growing up, my brother was very fond of Mahabharata. So somehow he, उस time TV पे आती थी. My husband is also very fond of Mahabharata. So they understood the whole concept very well, which I did not understand at that time. But now I was very fascinated. Now I know the characters. Now I remember like things scene by scene.
So I think the right age matters the most. I think
Yes.
earlier, even if I even मेरी daughter को भी मतलब मैं बहुत जो पहले दिखाती थी अभी भी, if she asks why this is happening, so I don't have answers. मतलब वो उनको क्यों लेकर गए थे सीता माता को उठाकर?
So I'll answer to that. So when
Yeah,
I do
please.
Ramayana storytelling a lot.
Okay.
So recently I did it even for one of the birthdays in DPS International Classroom. So when we come to that part, so like कि रावण आए और रावण को तो था कि I want to kill Ram and I want to punish him, but then he saw Sita and he was like, oh my god, who's that gorgeous lady? I'm like, wow. And he just fell in love with her and he was like, oh wow, she's just so beautiful. And that's what, they understand that part, that Sita was so gorgeous that Ravan said, no, I want to have her and I want her for myself, which is very wrong. But then he forcefully took Sita away. So that is what.
Led to war. Yeah.
So eventually, yeah, we have to tell them, but yeah, it's just the way that you express it that it doesn't seem very malicious also.
Yeah, right.
But the children understand this feeling, like the children would want na ki meri mummy meri hai. They have that feeling for their mother. So similarly, like Ravan also got very possessive for Sita that time, and he really like thought that she's one of the most beautiful women on earth and she should be mine. So
So my next question for you is, summer break में full day हम कैसे schedule set करें for the kids that we include activities also and also include book reading.
शेड्यूल तो आप सेट नहीं कर पाओगे, शेड्यूल तो आपको कोच सेट करवाना पड़ेगा उनके साथ.
Yeah.
बट सी दिस इज आई फील दैट नो मैटर हाउ मच यू फोर्स is not going to happen. It has to be a very organic process.
Yeah.
The best thing that you can do is give them a lot of mixture of books. For example, if your daughter is 6 years old, give her a sticker book. Don't think कि अब वो बहुत बड़ी हो गई है. You remember when you were 6? Would you call yourself when you were 6? Just try to imagine. क्या आप बहुत बड़े हो गए थे? I think जब हम 10 और 12 के भी थे, we were doing very goofy things.
Agree. अब बच्चे बल्कि ज़्यादा बड़े हो गए.
तो हम पेरेंट्स हम कहते हैं no my child is 7, she's too big for Peppa Pig. And I was like, अब नहीं Peppa Pig देखेंगे या अब नहीं पढ़ेंगे तो कब करेंगे? So somehow today parents have very high expectations. From a 10-year-old, our expectations are so high that as if the child has become 18. And I remember 10-year-old was a baby.
Right, agree.
हम गिरते पड़ते खेलते थे.
I think 12th तक we were not settled. We were
Yeah.
just doing haywire things and yeah, but I think yes, you're right. करें, but there should be one schedule.
Yes. So include like a mix of sticker book, coloring books, reading books, and then more importantly, give them some activity. For example, you've taken a book, you create a small fun notebook called a glossary. Okay. A small, all the kids get a lot of diaries and return
Yeah,
gifts
right.
and all that gorgeous looking diaries. So you make a glossary, you read that book. As a parent, you write the name of the book. Okay. Then when you're reading with the child, let's identify some words. Once the child has read, you tell the child that let's identify some words which are new words. Okay. And let's list down 5 words from this book. So 5 words, now you make the child write the 5 words. Now, can you open your laptop, go to Google Images or go to Google, type that word. Don't tell dictionary hai hum search karenge. No. Just open Google, show that word. For example, let's say the word is gulp. Okay. Now gulp, you've made the child write GULP, gulp.
Right.
आप गूगल पे गए, आपने गूगल पे मीनिंग सर्च करा, then you go to images, go to GIF, show a GIF what is gulping, and for those 5 words can you dedicate that time? So once you build that habit, your child will eventually learn how to use Google search to find more things. And let them see, understand the concept of Google Images, and if they want to see a video also, because nowadays we have so much resources available. Right? You can't tell your 6-year-old जाके Google search कर लो या मेरे phone पे Google search कर लो.
Agree.
Right? But once you show them, after 4 or 5 books, they will be very competent and they would understand. So that little bit of hand holding is required, is only to make the child more independent in future. And your glossary will be made, you will have interesting books, the child will bring books to you. And choose books जिसमें 15-20 new words ना हो.
अच्छा.
Choose a book, there's a limit to which the child can also absorb. So
Yeah.
choose a book जहाँ पे आपको maximum 3 to 7 के बीच में new words मिल रहे हैं. So the child is at least able to learn them.
I think it was a great session. I just want you to wrap up with it. So, just wrap up with how to uh, inculcate good reading habit, what all books to start, and जैसे हमें पहले illustrating book से करना है, and then what all how to go about at what age.
So to inculcate good reading habit, I would say start early.
Yeah.
And develop like a co-reading space with your child, and not just the mothers, even the fathers. So there are a lot of fathers who are readers and who spend time with the kids. So the mother, father, both. And if the father is not doing, let's not be too, it's okay, it's his choice. But so develop that co-reading space where you spend a little time reading to your child. Pick up the right book. ओके, डोंट जस्ट थिंक कि मुझे बुक लेनी है तो नियर बाय स्टेशनरी से जाके मैंने अली बाबा और 40 स्टोर ले ली. उस बुक को ना तुम्हें समझ आएगी ना बच्चे को समझ आएगी. ओके, सो फाइंड द राइट बुक, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड create activities around that book. Okay, be it like if you're doing something with blocks, let's say you have mega blocks, you create a giraffe and then you relate it to the story where you read which was about the giraffe. So you keep correlating those things with the child. Initially when you're starting, some great books are brown bear when the child is very little, when they learn about animals, when they learn about colors. Then Dear Zoo is a very interesting book by Rod Campbell, where they learn about, it has a flag book.
Okay.
So animals keep coming, and the children again learn the sequence with which they are coming, and they enjoy the flags part. Then you can give them some interesting books from Julia Donaldson only. So Postman Bear is there, Rabbit Snap. These are early board books from Julia Donaldson.
Okay.
Then they also have flaps in it. So some parents might complain कि बच्चे flap फाड़ देते हैं. Little bit, you can be like a little strong with them that don't do it, or I'll not give you the book. Let's not spoil the book. So let's learn to accept that. And
How about those initial texture books?
yeah, of course, they are good for sensory feeling.
Feeling.
They are very good for sensory feeling till 1 year of age, where they understand the textures.
Yeah.
Smooth, rough, and things like that. But then those same books are also available in story form.
Oh.
So like some children have anger issues.
Hmm.
Okay, so there's a very nice book called Hands Are Not For Hitting, which is again a very nice and a simple book. And children, और कुछ नहीं, उनको लास्ट में ये याद रह जाता है कि जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल योर चाइल्ड हिट्स यू. Okay, your child is 2.5 किसी चीज़ के लिए, he is not agreeing with you and he hits you. So immediately you hold his hand and you say hands are not for, and then he will say hitting. Okay, so the child reinforces the whole concept very nicely. Instead of saying nahi marna nahi hai, you should not hit.
Yeah.
So that is there. Then there's a very nice book called Sharing Time, which inculcates sharing, and it tells you how to deal when someone says no, what you should do. And it's okay if somebody doesn't want to share. That's completely okay. We have to learn to accept that also. I mean, for example, right now, let's say if you are eating something,
Yeah.
and I ask you, can I have a bite, and you say no. So as an adult also, I need to understand that it's okay for her to say no, and I need to accept it.
My God, it's very important to teach. हमें ही नहीं पता बच्चे कैसे समझेंगे. मतलब it's even we get a little upset if somebody say no to us. It is very important for kids to understand that.
Yes. So there's a very nice way to say that you don't get sad, you don't get mad. What you need to do, you either count to 10, cool yourself down, and then you ask a grown up for help. Okay, and let the grown up come and let the grown up settle it. Now the grown up is going to give options like either both will play with this toy, or we'll just put this toy away.
Right.
Okay, then you decide now whether you want this toy or not. So but then instead of arguing or hitting or snatching,
So how those books are like P training, potty training books? brushing books. Do they are really helpful? Have you tried them?
I have tried potty training book with my son. I don't know how much it helped because I think that is one phase where when I used books also, when we showed YouTube videos also, and that is a phase where I don't know, somehow I felt eventually when you just let them
Good.
be,
Then they
then they
understand.
learn. But yeah, I mean, I did use everything, so it will be very difficult to say what worked.
Yeah.
But again, there's no harm. I mean,
Mm.
like with the second child, it was just easy because you can just show the first child is doing. So
Agree.
with the little boys, it was just easy. That ways
Mm.
that I showed them, and then I think the old age method works best, where you just remove the diaper
Yeah.
and
Let it be.
let it be.
I think thank you so much, Ruchika. It was fun, and I've understood that the fancy words were looking very good from your mouth. Donald, whatever the author's name. I think we should definitely inculcate those habits to our kids
No,
so
but
that they
I
become
think
a
that's a
reader.
lesson for me also because sometimes I take a lot of things for granted, and I would think that majority of the people would know those
हाँ,
things.
right. पता ही नहीं है एरिक डेल whatever you said.
Eric Carl,
एरिक
हाँ,
कार्ल मतलब पता ही नहीं है कि ये authors हैं and these books are great. Like I really want to have that hands are not for hitting
yeah, it's a
and
love.
sharing. If somebody says no, you should accept. I think those are the lovely books I think every child should read. Yeah, that's a great takeaway. Thank you so much, Ruchika.
Thank you, Garima.